Hello students, I hope you all are doing great. So today I am here to continue with the same chapter which we have discussed in our previous video, chapter number 11, Eugenie and the Sharks. So all of you please open page number 106 and follow what I will be reading and what I will be explaining. So chapter number 11, Eugenie and the Sharks. So I will be reading paragraph wise and then I am going to explain you all. So here I go. As Eugenie grew older, she decided she would study to become a scientist. But her professors thought that women were not smart enough to become scientists. They also said that she would not be able to explore the oceans because women were not courageous. People around her thought sharks were mindless killers. They asked her to forget about them and take up a different job. So in this paragraph we see that as Eugenie grew older, in the previous video I have explained that she used to love sharks. So when she grew older, because when she was little she used to love sharks, but now she grew older, so she decided that she would study to become a scientist. She wanted to become a scientist now, so she decided that she will study hard for it. But her professors, you can see that red color word, professors. So the meaning of professors is teachers at colleges and universities. So high level teachers. So her teachers told her that women were not smart enough to become scientists. So they were asking her to not to become a scientist because they thought that she is a female person, she is female, so she will not be able to become a scientist, so it's useless for her. They also said that she would not be able to explore the oceans because women were not courageous. Yes, see, their thinking mentality was not so good. They thought that women are not capable enough. So they used to tell her that women are not brave enough, they are not courageous, so they will not be able to explore oceans. Explore means know more about oceans, rivers or fishes. So they will not be able to do much in their life, so she cannot become scientist because she is a woman. People around her thought sharks were mindless killers. So people around her means her friends, her relatives. So people around her, they thought that sharks were mindless. Mindless means, you can see the meaning is given here. Mindless means without thinking. So they never used to think, but they used to think that sharks were mindless creatures because sharks had got no brains. They used to think that they are brainless creatures, so they are not good animals. That's what they used to think. Her friends, her relatives, Eugenie's friends and relatives, they asked her to forget about them and take up a different job. So they were, pressurizing her or forcing her maybe that just leave this job, leave this job of knowing about sharks or about the oceans, leave this job and take up a different job. They wanted to see her doing different job rather than wasting her time on sharks and seas. So now we'll see what happens in the next paragraph. But Eugenie did not listen to any of them. All day long she read and studied how fish behave and grew in different conditions. She became one of the smartest students in her class. She also learned scuba diving as she wanted to dive deep into the oceans. So, but people around her, her friends, her relatives, they used to tell her to drop this job. But Eugenie, she did not listen to anyone, and then she did not used to listen to anyone, and she used to read more about sharks. She used to study more about sharks, more about oceans, and she even studied how fish behave and how fish grows in different conditions. So she learns more about them. She became one of the smartest students in her class. That means in her class she was the smartest one. Means she was among the smartest group. Why? Because she was intelligent. She was intelligent because she knew more about fish. She knew everything about fish. So she was smart. She also learned scuba diving. Scuba diving, you can see the meaning is given here. Scuba diving means a sport of swimming underwater with special breathing materials. So she has learned that because she has so much love for sharks. She wanted to dive into the oceans. So for that purpose only she has learned scuba diving so that she can go under the water and see fishes. See fishes and see sharks. So that's why she has learned this. She wanted to, because as I told you that she wanted to dive into the ocean. She wanted to dive into the ocean, so for that she has learned scuba diving. Now we'll see what happens in the next paragraph. Eugenie wanted to discover things on her own. After working very hard, she finally got a chance to explore the Red Sea. She collected hundreds of fish from there. She even found 3 new species of fish which had not been seen before. After this, she went to explore waters around the Palau Islands. Here she encountered a wild shark. Eugenie could not believe her eyes. The shark did not scare her at all. She thought it was beautiful. So now Eugenie wanted to discover things on her own. Things on her own means that she wanted to try new things. She wanted to have new experiences in her life. So after working very hard, she finally got a chance to explore Red Sea. That means she worked very hard for it. So finally she got a chance to explore. Explore means to know more about. So she got a chance to explore Red Sea, to know more about Red Sea. You can see the meaning is given here. Red Sea means a sea located between Asia and Africa. So she got into that sea. Can you imagine? Yes, she was so brave. She was so courageous that she explored the sea. Red Sea, a sea which is located between Asia and Africa. So she has traveled. She has got there also. She collected hundreds of fish from there. So when she got into that sea, Red Sea, she collected hundreds of fish from there. Yes. And she even found 3 new species of fish. Species means, you can see species meaning is given here. A type of group of animals or plants of the same kind. So that means a new group, a type of group. She found 3 different type of group which was not common, which was not known to people. So she got 3 different kind of species from Red Sea. She has discovered from there. After this, she went to explore waters around the Palau Islands. So first she got into Red Sea. Now she got into a different island which is known as Palau Islands. You see, meaning is given here. Palau means an island country located in the Pacific Ocean. So she got into this, you can see she got into this island because she wanted to know more about fish. She wanted to know more about water. So she got there also. First she got into Red Sea, then she got into Palau Islands. Then here she encountered means, you see the meaning is given here. Encountered means met unexpectedly. So unexpectedly means she did not plan it. So unexpectedly, by chance, she met a wild shark. Yes, when she got into this island, she met a wild shark. And Eugenie could not believe her eyes. The shark did not scare her at all. She thought it was beautiful. So she could not believe her eyes when she saw that wild shark. She was not even scared, but she thought that shark was beautiful because that shark did not even harm her. So she realized that shark was very beautiful. She saw from her own eyes. So now we'll see what happens in the next paragraph. With time, people started appreciating Eugenie for her work. They realized how fearless she was. Eugenie proved that she was clever enough to be a scientist. She also showed everyone how brave she was to explore the oceans all alone. But Eugenie's work was not over. She wanted to protect sharks from dangerous human activities. Sharks were being hunted all over the world as many people believed they were dangerous. She wanted to prove everyone wrong and end the hunting of sharks. So in this paragraph we see that with time, like after a long time, after a specific period of time, people started appreciating. Appreciating means, you can see the meaning is given here. Appreciating means understanding how good someone is at something and respecting them for that. Because earlier people were not respecting her for her job because she used to love sharks, so they were thinking that she's mad. She's not doing anything good. She's not doing anything creative. But when after some period of time, people realize that whatever she is doing, she's very good at it. She's very good at her work. So whatever she is doing, she is good at it. That means people actually learned how to appreciate her, and they actually started appreciating her because they also used to love her work. Love her work, love her commitment, love her hard work. So they started appreciating her. They realized how fearless she was. Eugenie proved that she was clever enough to be a scientist. She also showed everyone how brave she was to explore the oceans all alone. So Eugenie both are same. So Eugenie made everyone realize that being a woman is not, being a woman is not that, that you cannot do anything on your own, because she did that. On her own, she traveled Red Sea. She went into Palau Islands and she explored new species of fish. So that's not easy, right? People were underestimating her, but she proved everyone wrong, and she proved that women are fearless. She was fearless, she was brave, she was courageous, that she did that on her own, and finally people realized it and people accepted her. But Eugenie's work was not over. She wanted to protect sharks from dangerous human activities. So now Eugenie's work was not over. People are appreciating her, but that doesn't mean that her work was over. She wanted to protect sharks because people used to think sharks were being hunted all over the world, because people all around the world used to hunt sharks because they were scared of sharks. So she wanted to make the people believe that sharks are not dangerous species. They are beautiful creatures. So she wanted to make everybody realize that please don't be afraid of them. Don't be scared of these sharks because they are beautiful creatures. They are not dangerous species. She wanted to prove everyone wrong and end the hunting of sharks. So that was her job. That was her commitment. That she wanted to prove everyone wrong, that they used to think no, that sharks are dangerous species. So Eugenie wanted to tell everybody that sharks are not dangerous species, rather they are beautiful creatures. So she wanted to do that. So yes, this was the story given on the second page. Now once again I am going to explain it in short in Hindi just for your convenience so that you can understand in a better way. तो आपने देखा था पिछली बार कि मैंने बताया था कि यूजीनी क्या थी, यूजीन या यूजीनी, आप यूजीन भी बोल सकते हैं या यूजीनी भी बोल सकते हैं। तो यूजीन पहले छोटी थी तो उसको शार्क्स देख के बहुत अच्छा लगता था। शार्क्स मतलब बड़ी बड़ी मछलियों को देख के अच्छा लगता था, लेकिन अब वो बड़ी हो गई है तो अब उसने ये डिसाइड कर लिया है कि उसको कुछ करना है ज़िंदगी में, उसको शार्क्स के बारे में जानना है, उसको बड़े बड़े महासागर के अंदर तैरना है, पता लगाना है कि क्या है ये मछलियों की कहानी, ये फिशेस कैसी होती हैं, उनके बारे में सब जानना है। और उसने ये जाना, उसने पहले क्या किया, रेड सी में गई, रेड सी में वो पहले गई। उसने वहाँ से क्या फाइंड आउट किया, उसने क्या पता लगाया, 3 अलग अलग तरह की मछलियों के बारे में पता लगाया, शार्क्स के डिफरेंट स्पीसीज ऑफ शार्क्स, बड़ी बड़ी मछलियों के बारे में पता लगाया। और वो उसने क्या किया, पानी के अंदर ठहरी वो खुद से अकेली बिना किसी के मदद के। और इनफैक्ट वो पलाव आइलैंड्स वहाँ पे भी गई। जो पलाव आइलैंड्स कहाँ है, जो एशिया और अफ्रीका के बीच में है, वहाँ पे एक छोटा सा आइलैंड है, वो गहरे सागर में उसके अंदर भी गई, वो वहाँ पे गहरे सागर में उसके अंदर भी कूदी, वहाँ पे भी उसने डिफरेंट चीज़ें, अलग अलग तरह की चीज़ें पता लगाई शार्क्स के बारे में। तो ये उसका जुनून बन चुका था। उसने ये तय कर लिया था कि वो लोगों को यकीन दिला के रहेगी कि जो शार्क्स हैं वो डेंजरस नहीं, डेंजरस मतलब डरावनी नहीं है, उनसे डरना नहीं है, बल्कि वो एक सुंदर प्रजाति है, उनसे डरने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है। वो ये लोगों को बताना चाहती थी, क्योंकि उसके आसपास के लोग उससे कहते थे कि तुम कैसे साइंटिस्ट बनोगे, क्योंकि वो साइंटिस्ट बनना चाहती थी यूजीनी। तो वो कहते थे तुम तो औरत हो। उसके टीचर्स लोगों ने भी यही कहा कि तुम औरत हो, तुम कुछ नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि साइंटिस्ट नहीं बनती हैं औरतें। लेकिन उसने सबको गलत साबित किया, क्योंकि लोगों को पता चल गया कि जब इस औरत ने, क्योंकि वो उसको औरत कमज़ोर मान रहे थे, लेकिन इस औरत ने क्या किया, बड़े बड़े महासागरों में अकेले गई है, नई नई मछलियों के बारे में इसने पता लगाया है, समुद्रों के बारे में पता लगाया है, तो ये अकेले क्या कुछ नहीं कर सकती। तो लोगों ने उसको वो इज्जत देना चालू करी और उसके काम को सराहाया, मतलब उसके काम को अप्रिशिएट किया कि तुम अच्छा कर रही हो, जो भी कर रही हो तुम अच्छा कर रही हो। तो फाइनली लोगों को उसने ये तो यकीन दिलाया कि वो अकेली औरत कमज़ोर नहीं है। उसने लोगों की मेंटालिटी, जो लोगों ने दिमाग में बना के रखा था कि औरतें कमज़ोर होती हैं, वो नहीं कर सकती, उसने सबको यकीन दिलाया कि वो कर सकती हैं। तो लोगों ने उसके काम को एक्सेप्ट किया, उसको स्वीकार किया कि तुम जो भी कर रही हो ठीक है, अच्छा कर रही हो। लेकिन उसका काम ख़त्म नहीं हुआ यूजीनी का, क्योंकि यूजीनी का काम ये नहीं है कि लोग उसकी तारीफ़ करें, उसको अप्रिशिएट करें, नहीं। उसका काम ये था कि वो लोगों को यकीन दिला सके कि जो शार्क्स हैं, जो बड़ी बड़ी मछली हैं, वो डेंजरस नहीं है, वो डरावनी नहीं है, वो कोई हानि नहीं पहुंचाएगी। क्योंकि जब यूजीनी पानी के अंदर गई थी, रेड सी के अंदर गई थी, तो वो एक बड़ी सी वाइल्ड फिश से मिली थी, वाइल्ड शार्क से। वाइल्ड मतलब क्या होता है, जंगली वाली, बहुत बड़ी। लेकिन उसने उसको कोई हानि नहीं पहुंचाई थी, कोई नुकसान नहीं पहुंचाया था, जबकि वो उसको देख के चली गई थी और उसको डर गई थी, क्योंकि उसने अपनी आंखों से देखा उस बड़ी वाली शार्क को। लेकिन उस शार्क ने उसको कुछ नहीं किया, वो उसको देख के चली गई। तो वो यूजीनी सबको यही यकीन दिलाना चाहती हैं कि ये जो शार्क्स हैं वो बुरी नहीं है, वो आपको कोई नुकसान नहीं पहुंचाएगी, वो बल्कि बहुत ही सुंदर प्रजाति है। अगर आप उसके बारे में जानोगे तो बहुत ही सुंदर और बहुत ही अच्छी प्रजाति है, तो उससे प्यार करिए, लेकिन उससे डरिए मत। क्योंकि लोगों ने सोचा था शार्क्स अच्छी नहीं होती, गंदी होती है, और लोग उसको भी ये मजबूर कर रहे थे कि तुम ये जॉब मत करो, ये काम मत करो। लेकिन उसने किसी की नहीं सुनी और जब वो आगे बढ़ी और उसने देखो कितने रेड सी में गई, पलाओ आइलैंड्स में गई, अकेले गई, तो स्कूबा डाइविंग भी की उसने, तैरी अंदर पानी में तैरना आ गया उसको खुद से, तो सब खुद से किया उसने क्योंकि वो शार्क से बहुत प्यार करती थी। सो यही स्टोरी है। द नेक्स्ट पेज आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो, बट फॉर टुडे ओनली दिस मच इज देयर. So your homework is that please learn the word meanings which are given on the board. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.